I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. For two teams outside each other's division, this matchup has evolved into one of the great rivalries in the NFL. It should be a thrilling contest, and we can't wait to bring you the action. It's the Patriots going up against the Colts. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Well, we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A handoff as they run the counter play. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
If your day involves blocking Danny Shelton, you better pack lunch and dinner. It's an all-day job.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. And the wideout in motion. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Yards left to grab here on 3rd down. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they'll go on the ground, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
I have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage, and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now they'll run it on the toss. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now 3rd down, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DaQuan Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Pardon the rim to the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And Aguayo's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, at least they won't take a goose egg into intermission as they do carve out 3 points here in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yeah, it hasn't really been the greatest of first halves. They've looked out of sync, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But a field goal here at least gives them some momentum as we tick down toward halftime.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now we're going to get a time. Out here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver, 76 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 20. In motion, the tight end. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Detroit! Gone! Here we go now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Uses the stiff arm. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And hauled in by Gathers. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often ends the route.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots are back within a score. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On the give, this is their fullback. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's 1st and goal. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots move back within a couple of the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult, because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. They'll lose. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Ten yards to go on third. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30, and he goes out right around the 39. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Back to throw. That's caught at the 1. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So So for New England, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.